back to Talkative. I'm your guy, Mac is Legend.
Overtime Chris in the hand.
Yes, sir. Dude, it's a beautiful day out real quick. I just want to say that real fast. I just have to think about
it's not as like it's not 2 degrees.
No.
What you're saying.
It's about to be though, you know that, right? Like
Nah,
I think on Wednesday it's about to drop to like 20.
Well, they said
The high.
snow Tuesday or Wednesday, so maybe that's what it is.
I'm hoping.
I'm hoping not. But,
I can deal with the cold a little bit, but not the snow.
You know, hopes and prayers don't usually work
Yeah,
around
don't
here.
matter, right?
You know, it was like 3 degrees the last time we recorded this podcast.
Ouch.
Remember? I was like knocking on your door like, yo,
that hurts.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Like,
Look,
you didn't want to stand outside for more than like literally 5 seconds.
Listen,
And I'm not exaggerating.
Thank God for chapstick. Because when that happens,
Jesus, right.
I'm telling
right.
you, my mouth, I'm back to like my lips, more than anything.
Yeah, I use natural because you know chapstick is meant to keep your lips chapped so you can use more chapstick and have to buy more chapstick.
Oh, there you
Just
go.
a fun fact.
Okay.
Is alcohol in chapstick. And alcohol naturally pulls moisture out of your skin. So, like, everybody.
So it's a gimmick.
Everybody use, you understand?
It's like the self.
When you use chapstick, you're not going to use it just once.
Nah.
You're going to use it 3,
And
4
you know,
times.
you think about that too. Like, I'm
Think about that. Yeah.
Well, let me be honest.
about it.
What we do now, my daughter, we get Vaseline, like,
Okay.
and we just
Yeah.
throw that right on
Y'all
your
put
lips.
that petroleum on-
Yeah.
Yeah.
We put that right on your face, because you're gonna be out there cold. Look, she out there shining. But how you shining so much? It's
Glistening.
cold. Yeah,
Glistening out there.
Look at that beautiful melanin, just looking beautiful on her.
I know that's right.
Real quick, I want to say this real fast though.
Yeah.
Be sure to comment, like, rate, and review. We say hit the notification bell, but
I forgot to get my laptop. Keep going.
Okay.
I can use my phone until the break.
let me tell y'all this. If you do not have the link, because that link is very long, bit.ly/hello talkative. Bit.ly, B-I-T.
Bit.ly.
Yeah, bit.ly. I'm sorry.
Bit.ly.
Bit.ly.
Yeah.
/hello talkative.
Yeah.
Do that. We already have people up there subscribing, which is great.
I think we got 18. Hold on. I'm
Perfect.
looking right now. I'm trying to look at the dashboard. I think we got 14.
Oh,
14.
that's
so
hey, look,
we in the team.
pioneers.
Yeah,
Those are the pioneers of what this is going to become.
And
We
I
appreciate
have
all
to shout
14 of you.
out, just a couple of people that
Please.
chimed in. Official MNIB. I do not.
Oh,
You know who
yeah.
I'm talking about. Yeah,
That's my guy.
Yeah.
He comments a lot. Okay, so what's he talking about?
Nah, these are the initial subscribers.
Okay,
I'm shouting
yeah,
them
yeah,
out.
yeah. He
You know what I
shows
mean?
love.
Showing
He
you
shows
some
love.
Jones Street
No
TV, of course. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Mishy Bear 42.
Come
and
on.
The other one was, hold on, let me find you, homie. Soul Brother. And Soul.
Oh, yeah.
Soul Times Brother or Soul X
Yeah,
Brother.
Soul X brother.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever he was actually the first person to make a comment.
That dude is no
on the
joke.
channel, like of the video that was before this one, like the Christmas one.
He's going down in history.
He's going down
He
in
don't
history,
even know
man.
it. He just
He
made
already know.
history.
So yeah, man, it's a
We ain't gonna
slow
forget you.
build. It's the link is actually in my IG description.
Yeah.
So if you go to my IG
Mine
page,
as well. Yep.
At Overtime Chris,
Yes.
and, yeah, just click it,
Go
it,
there.
hit subscribe.
Do it.
If we ain't got 100 people by the end of the week, I'm gonna be kind of
God.
I'm
what?
gonna be a little.
Are you serious?
I'm saying I'm dead ass serious.
Jeez.
They're
Chris.
like,
I better
literally.
post some up there real quick, man.
Literally.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. See, I'm gonna be honest. I just remember how hard it is to build any kind of following.
Yeah.
People. This is another thing. People are so influenced.
But it's not really. But okay, so to counter your point, are we really building it though? We just moved it.
Okay, we just moved it. But here's my point. What I'm trying to say is, people work off influence.
Yeah.
Until I see there's a certain number up there, maybe it's not worth me following it. Which is weird.
That's true.
People do
That's
that.
very, very true.
They don't trust it. You got to trust your look.
That's very true.
Trust your own judgment.
Yeah.
You know we got some hot stuff out here for y'all to go ahead and subscribe to.
I ain't
so
worried
make sure
about
you do
it. I know where it's gonna be.
There
know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? I ain't worried about none of it.
And that's the
none of
thing.
that even matters because it's like
Everybody
really
follows the
I'll
big
take
account.
14 people that are paying attention to me over
Oh, man, yes.
114 of them people are actually
I
paying,
told you.
You know
That's
what I mean?
there because somebody else
it's all
told them to come.
relative. It's all relative.
Absolutely.
And the numbers on SoundCloud look great anyway.
Oh,
so,
man.
I mean, I think more
SoundCloud is
people are
love.
just kind of shifting more towards the audio. And that's what a podcast is. The video portion is, you just put it up there for people that interface with YouTube. That's
Yeah.
really it. You know what I'm saying? Because in the beginning
Absolutely.
stages, I didn't even necessarily wanted to do the video part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I begged for it. I begged Chris for it.
Yeah.
Because I really think that
Yeah.
not only being on YouTube, I know that when we bring guests in, we have things that are going on in the studio, whether
Right.
we're trying things out, whether we have somebody that we're talking about.
Right.
They're gonna want to see it. Y'all gonna want to see it.
That's true.
And so instead of waiting for that to happen,
Yeah.
go ahead and get on this. Get
Just
subscribed
get on
now,
it, man. Get on this
Make
train
it happen.
while it's not moving.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or moving
it's-
quite fast.
It's moving. It's just that I'm
You know
telling
what
you,
I'm
it
saying?
takes
You
a
can still
minute.
get on it. You can still get on this motherfucker.
You'll be more than just a number right now. We'll know your name.
True
so
that.
That's a good thing.
True that. So I just wanted to shout them people out. I don't really
Good
have
stuff.
much, man. I don't have no shout out Health Aid kombucha. I drink that twice a week.
Health
you know what I'm saying?
Aid.
Health Aid is the best.
Health Aid is life.
is the best.
We
You know
saying
what I'm
that because I'm be honest with you. Chris got
ain't
me
got
on
no
this.
sponsor or nothing. I
No,
promise
no
you, this is
sponsor, no cap. Look,
nothing.
straight up.
Yeah.
Health Aid. With
Did you
Chris,
just say no cap?
Did I?
You did.
I did. It
That's
came right
awesome.
out.
I
came
mean,
right out.
Bro,
See,
I,
see, it came out
I
like
be
that?
thinking I'm too old to use that fucking word.
Man,
bro.
no, look, and I'm older, so I'm gonna say a lot of mess out there. I ain't gonna say gang.
Oh no,
Yeah, if I
you
say-
ain't never. First of all, the people that are saying gang need to stop.
Yeah.
before they get shot.
Yeah, exactly. If you,
saying,
especially,
like,
but I'm saying this: if you just listen in and you just one of them cats that's over 30 saying that,
If you say gang,
I don't know.
I'm gonna slap you.
Yeah, it might just come out real quick.
I'm gonna
Bop.
slap you.
And
You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna just say,
saying?
okay, Chris,
Just
I'm sorry.
reflex.
I'm gonna say, thank you
I'm
for
sorry.
putting me in check, because somebody got to check them.
Yeah.
Okay, look, not much on pre-rolls, but let's go ahead and get into discussion because this is a discussion that Chris and I got into quite a while ago.
Yeah.
When this commercial first aired, and the thing that I guess got us more, to take note is the reaction of people. After
Usually
this
that's
commercial
the
came
best
out.
part of any type of news story to me personally. I
Yeah,
love
how
the
people react.
how people react to certain things and why.
It's crazy.
I try to break down why they act. Why, like, what's the reason behind why you're acting that way? So
Right.
yeah.
So the question we're talking about, the commercial we're talking about, if you guys have not seen it, the Gillette commercial. Gillette dropped the commercial right now.
Gillette.
The best a man can get.
There you go. There you go.
Gillette dropped this commercial about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
If you have not yet seen it, make sure you go to YouTube. Go to their channel.
Yeah.
Gillette, Gillette. And you'll see this one pop up right at the top. Check out how beautiful that looks right there.
Oh, that's a.
They actually-
they actually put some time into the.
They did.
and a lot of companies really just don't be putting no time into their social media. Like
Not at
none
all.
of them. None of them.
They're like, look, we gotta
They
make
the
money,
traditional
so-
channels like your you may see them look all right on what's that called, LinkedIn. They may look okay on like a Facebook
That's
or
true.
something like that.
On
but
that,
don't
on
not-
that social media page,
Yeah.
maybe, but not on like a YouTube channel. No, they don't.
They don't pay attention. Yeah.
They have really doubled down on this. The fact that they even, took this kid up here and made it their background.
Yeah.
Man, they really like, look, the hell what people thinking.
Yeah.
We got something to say.
They standing on what they put out there. You know what I mean? And that's what what you're supposed to do. Like if you start backpedaling, well, what we really meant was if they would have did that, you would have been like, okay,
Oh, okay, now
all right,
y'all-
you one of them.
Exactly.
Okay, you about the dollar bill.
and that's the thing.
So somebody in the Gillette office in that family with
Yeah.
the narrative that they're pushing and what they're trying to bring to the masses is like literally they standing on it.
Yeah.
Like, they are saying, hey, like we believe this. We believe this
And I
is
love that.
important. So yeah, you gotta commend them for that.
Absolutely. Anytime you got a company willing to use their platform to make something larger or beyond themselves to be said,
Yeah.
that's about. And look, we're gonna give you the flip side of all this because we've heard the arguments. But real quick, go to the their YouTube channel. You will see it says we believe this the best men can be.
Yeah.
Okay, we believe the best men can be Gillette short film.
I mean, the tagline, I guess you could say, the next generation of men is watching, which
Wow.
is very that's powerful.
Yeah, that's powerful.
That's a powerful little
Yeah.
sentence.
It's kind of scary too.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying. Anytime they say something is watching,
It's duality,
scared.
man. It's
Anybody
it's
watching.
progression. Progression is scary. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when you have to evolve from something. You know what I'm saying? It's scary. But you know what the funny thing is? You know
What's
what the
that?
funny thing is, Mac? I feel like we're in a reactionary culture. You know what I mean? But we've
on,
always
Chris.
been that way.
Yep.
It's just that with social media being in place, everybody can see your reaction.
Yep.
Because people, I believe, still had these certain reactions in their homes and around their peers back in the day. Of course, when something would happen, you know what I'm saying, vice versa, you would come to school and you'd be talking to your homies about it. Man, and y'all barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop
Big
talk.
time.
You know what I'm saying? That's always
That's
been
true.
it. social media just amplified all of it.
Right.
So everybody, I can hear everybody.
Right,
now.
right. Everybody's in the barbershop now.
Everybody's in the barbershop.
Right.
Literally, everybody got a seat in the barbershop now.
like
so
that.
it's like when you have messages like this that are positive in nature and they challenge the status quo of how a certain generation was raised and the generation before that was raised, it's not comfortable. It's like going to the gym the first week.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that first week you like, man, I don't know about this.
First day you get in there and you just like, man, look, man, this is.
I made it through the door.
And then like you get through the first week and it's just like, oh my God, your muscles are sore. You can hardly get up out of. Why does that hurt?
Yeah,
I didn't even know there was a muscle there.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And then you get to the second week and it's still a little bit of that.
That's true.
It's still a little bit of that.
And you think,
but as time goes on, you start chipping away from that. And I think that's what they're saying with the next generation of men is watching. So they're challenging. They're not challenging the children because the children don't know no better.
Right.
They're challenging you, me, and the generation before us, and to do a better job at looking at the way we were raised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the culture that we were raised in, and take that and say, okay, do you find any discrepancies in there? And let's try to.
And that's the thing. That's what we're gonna talk. So let me hit y'all with this. For those that have not watched it or watched before and don't remember, I'm gonna give you a little bit of context, okay? I'm gonna break down kind of simply some of the scenes you get in this video, right? The actual video opens up and you see scenes of men looking in the mirror.
Right.
They're looking at themselves and they kind of have this kind of image of, you know, second guessing what they're doing maybe, or kind of like really giving themselves some introspective type of moments, right?
Right.
From there, you see the old classic Gilette, the best a man can get, kind of ad pop up. And when that happens, these kids bust through kind of reckless. And you see this little boy holding his mama.
You see bullying, Mac. That's what
you see bullying. You see boy. True. But I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you the raw. Yeah. And then we're gonna tell you what it is. Because you're right. You're right. We see bullying. But for the people that have alternate opinions. I know Chris ready to go. Look, Chris will be playing now. Y'all know that. Chris gonna give you the real. I'm trying to make sure I paint this as general, as raw as I can.
Absolutely.
This little boy's holding his mama, and it's got comments that are saying things like sissy, you know, something like that. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah.
Then it goes into like, shoot, I can't even do this in order because I didn't write this down.
Nah, it's all good.
I know that in one part of the scene, you see a bunch of guys outside of the cookout, and they just saying boys with boys, boys with boys.
Right.
While these two little boys are wrestling, fighting, whatever, on the ground, they just looking like, it's all good, the boys will be boys.
Yeah.
Then they got all these news clips talking about Me Too movement, talking about toxic masculinity. And they're trying to say, you know, this is now, you know, this is what's going on. Also, they give you this scene, there's one scene where there's a guy in the business, in the office or whatever, he's at a table, head of the table, and it looks like a woman has something to say that's at this company.
Right.
And he puts his hand on his shoulder, kind of suns her, in the sense of being like, you know, look, what she's trying to say is like she doesn't have her own voice, right?
Yeah.
So you have that. They have clips, little small clips in there. One of the clips is this guy grabbing a woman's butt from like an old sitcom type of thing. It gives you that Al Bundy type of vibe.
Yeah.
These scenes are adding up. The music is crescendoing. You see little kids with their father figure or their paternal father figure, whatever it may be,
right?
Taking action while the kids are watching. They said, the next generation of men is watching. And when those kids are watching, there's times when they're looking and they're like, oh, okay, I just learned something. If you got kids, you know, you do have kids.
Yeah.
About y'all out there, if you got kids, you know that feeling of, man, my kids are watching me. Type of thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they're hitting, I think, here.
Right.
With that vibe. Whatever I'm doing now, that kid will remember and that kid will know.
Pointed towards males.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, now let's go back. Break down these scenes. Now, you said the first scene
it's
about...
It's just flat out, like, it's just
bullying.
bullying. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just like that classic, you know... You have a group of, you know, you just had a certain group of individuals in school, and I always looked at them as weak-minded.
Okay.
Or they just grew up in either abusive homes, or maybe they didn't grow up in abusive, or it's like a flip. Okay, so it's like three different types of bullies to me.
Yeah.
There's the one that's getting bullied at home, so when he comes to school, he wants to be the person that's in charge.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be the guy, like da da da. Like, so it's that abusive.
I ain't no punk.
Yeah, I ain't no
I'm
punk.
gonna be a punk at
Because you're getting punked at
punked
home.
Right.
Parent, however the case may be.
Right.
You're the spoiled person. You know what I mean? The spoiled kid that has everything, blah, blah, blah.
You ain't gonna do nothing.
I ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, I do
da, da,
whatever.
da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, that kind of, that kind of thing. And
I
then
hate
the one
those.
that just is just getting like, it's just misplaced anger because of something. It may not necessarily be anything that's happening at home. It may not, it's just misplaced anger. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the parents back then, especially like if you had a boy, you know what I'm saying? If you had a son, you know what I'm saying? You want your
you
son.
can talk about it.
You don't want your son to be no sissy. I don't want my son to be whatever. And if you come in this house, if you come in this house and you got your ass whooped, you better go back out there and whoop his ass.
Absolutely.
You got an ass whooping waiting for you when you get here.
That's right.
That type of it was that type of environment, and at least from the perspective that I'm coming from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not saying my dad was like that.
Well, let me go right, but let me go back. Let me add something to
Yeah.
that a little bit. I may add some more fire to that fuel, but more wood to that fire, whatever.
Yeah,
You get
we
I'm
got
saying?
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was also that whole comment about Kevin Hart when he couldn't do the Oscars or whatever it was.
Right.
They went back to a tweet he did 10 years ago or whatever, and he said, "If I come home and see my son doing something," I don't know if he used the term sissy or whatever he used.
Yeah, he said gay.
Gay.
He said it was
He
gay.
said he would beat him or something.
It was something
I gotta
along those.
find that.
Yeah,
I gotta find that.
Yeah,
that-
you don't
that-
have. Yeah,
I don't want to misquote, but you get
everybody
my
knows
point.
what the
Y'all know
point
what I'm talking
is.
about.
You know what I'm
So the
saying?
whole thing about is that
he also
same.
said, he said some things. Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
a decade ago. But and he's a comedian. But regardless, all that still
Exactly.
said.
Yeah.
The idea and the concept is at one time, this may have been common ways that a general group of men would speak to their sons.
Yeah, man.
And I think we have to keep this in mind because dude, people are outraged on this video.
Oh yeah, they are like they think masculinity is being attacked in a way. Like
Wow.
they feel like their testosterone is being taken from them
Yes.
or some for some odd reason. But you know what I mean. At a certain point, first of all, let me just say
and
this.
it's crazy though to think like that.
And no, it is.
Over a
It,
commercial.
it ain't crazy because a lot of people are stupid, Mac.
Yeah, like,
okay.
yeah.
A lot of people just
Yeah, they
aren't
look at that.
educated.
Yeah. They're like,
just
dude,
flat out.
you know what? Gillette does not want me to be a man.
Yeah.
The hell with this.
That's not what they're saying.
But it's crazy because they're identifying manhood to be, and I don't even know if this guy's watching this are identifying those things to be what they think to be a man. Maybe they are.
No, I think a lot of them are. I think a lot of them
Really,
are
though? Like
fighting, not
Grabbing-
maybe not bullying, but not being a punk. You know what I mean? Not wavering in a situation. And none of this of what they're saying is a challenging, like if somebody comes up and punches me in the face, me not retaliating for that. Not me being like, I'm gonna be a better man and just let you beat the shit out of me. No, that's
right.
not what Gillette is saying.
Right.
What Gillette is saying is there's a stigma in place where you feel like every man has to be like there's a certain criteria for being a man.
That's right. There you go, Chris. Come on.
There's a criteria.
Yeah, there's a criteria. You got to meet
you
the
don't
criteria.
meet those certain criteria. I don't know I'm not gonna list them.
Of course.
There's a criteria that
Right.
and if you don't meet them, then you sissy or you a punk.
Right.
Or
You are not a man.
You are not a man.
Right.
And it's just like, nah, like even me growing up in a house full of females, I got 3 sisters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My mom was in there, my grandma's coming through, aunts coming through. I had a house full of women.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So for me, I've always been overly sensitive of like, so let's just put it this way. Engaging in male culture back in the 90s is like a complete 180 of how it is now.
That's the truth. Ain't that the truth?
I mean, just from visually what you would see on TV.
Right.
From,
Absolutely.
You just brought it up, Al Bundy.
Al Bundy is one.
Sitting on the couch, hand on his
And
crotch.
Peg looking good. I mean,
Yeah.
back when I was watching this, I was like, man,
Peg coming in,
where's
what's my
some-
dinner?
Right. But he always kind of, and he treated
yeah.
Peg like whatever.
Yeah. And he loved her, though.
He loved her, but in a way that was like.
It was just a masculine type of, like, that type of I think that was overly masculine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was misogynistic in a way.
Was it toxic masculinity? Would you say that?
No, I ain't using that. That's a fucking buzzword.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Damn buzzword.
I mean, that's what they're using on this whole thing. They're saying toxic masculinity. I think a lot of people are mad at they don't like that term. And I gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of the term either.
Yeah, it's a buzzword. But
was it a negative? Not negative. Well, yeah, was it a negative portrayal of what a man, such as a husband, a father, should be? Was that show? Would you? I don't know. I'm just.
It's not a one size fit all family.
I got it. Right.
So like, my family ain't like your family. So how I'm raised is sometimes it's got to be like, you can't raise a kid that's growing up around. You can't raise a kid to be a sheep around lions.
Okay.
You can't do that now.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you got to teach the kid to be not sensitive or disrespectful to those within that. I can teach you to be a lion, like the Lion King, Simba. That movie, honestly, I feel like a lot of adults could really just sit down and watch that movie, and they would really get
that's a good call.
A lot of information from it, because Simba wasn't
Simba wasn't
taught to go out there,
leadership.
Yeah,
you get right. Respect. Right.
Absolutely. And if you got to put them paws on somebody, you going to put the paws on somebody.
Now I got to put the paws on.
I got to put the paws on you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with that, but when you're teaching it from a standpoint of Sparta, you know what I mean?
Ooh.
Like, get them, like, that is like, there's a fine line between, like,
No, it's true. That's a good point.
Line that you
is
when you're trying to teach them that. There's a way that you move in a room full of vultures. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a way that you can be taught to move in that without, because I was taught that way.
Okay.
That's how my dad taught me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my father, you know what I'm saying, like, raised himself pretty much from the age of 14, you know what I'm saying? And he grew up in Baltimore City, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, it was, rough back then, rough. Baltimore always had, that.
Yeah, be more, man. Y'all ain't playing around.
You gotta have that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you better in Baltimore.
Anybody from Baltimore, like, I'm not from Baltimore proper. I grew up in the suburbs outside of Baltimore.
Close enough.
So I can't, I'm close enough, but I cannot claim Baltimore culture completely, because no.
Okay,
I'm being honest. I'm being real.
You.
Some niggas be like, I'm from this. No, you ain't. Okay.
Yeah, you be like, okay,
I ain't.
You right.
That. When people was watching The Wire, it was like, oh, that's where you live?
Nah, bro. I can go to Target.
Nah, I can go to Target. We got a Walmart. We got a Montgomery Ward.
I don't know where them
Montgomery Ward. Like, nah.
Woo!
I didn't.
Yeah, when I saw The Wire, I was like, man, I ain't never going to Baltimore.
Was I exposed to it?
Yeah.
Was I around it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the way I have to be raised and the way somebody else has to be raised can be totally different. But it's a respect thing. I feel like this tagline, the next generation of men is watching, are watching. It's literally just saying, like, be mindful of what you are teaching them moving forward as far as it comes to respecting women, how you respect your peers.
Of course.
And just how you carry yourself. You know what I mean? There's a certain level of for lack of a better way of saying it, like professionalism or a standard way that you can just move about and not be destructive to the collective, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, it's true. It's a good point you bring up.
And it's a fine line that because like you don't, no man, I'm telling you, I don't want my kid to be a sissy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a punk.
Right.
And that doesn't mean I want my kid going out here slapping people, for no damn reason.
And let me also say one thing real quick. And that word does not mean gay.
No.
A lot of people use that word in connection to gay. Yeah. Don't mean that at all. So that's totally not connected to the words.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about. Yeah. I teach my kids to look people in the eye when they talk.
Yeah. Right.
Stand tall.
Good.
Don't lean with your head down.
Right.
Because that's a position of weakness.
Yeah.
When you're down and you're looking, whatever. So you can teach somebody to be proud and be like, even if Martin Luther King, even though you might come and slap him in the face, he's not going to do anything. He's just going to stand tall. That was part of his integrity.
He might shoot you.
That's
because MLK did carry guns. Yeah. People don't know that. MLK did have guns.
People didn't know that.
They did not know that.
And then he had handlers. Okay,
there you go. Exactly. So you might get dealt with.
If you slap Martin, then
Suge Knight-ish type of person.
Something was coming.
Might come up on you.
Because some of them brothers around him were unsavory and they weren't going for it. Okay?
Gang.
Yeah, gang. For real.
No, I mean, look, but let me say this though. That's a good point you make. I mean, all y'all know that I do Best Man Made. Best Man Made is a lot of this collected, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing about it that I've always been trying to showcase on that does, like you said about your father.
Yeah.
Mine has always been about how my dad kind of treated me. My dad was a man's man. Every bit of it. Crop tobacco, laid bricks, ended up becoming a OBGYN.
Yeah.
But my thing about it is this, beyond just his career, the way his character was.
Yeah.
Hard work, treat people right. Respect. These things are things that you can put in your life no matter what you do, no matter how you look, no matter what your sexual preference is, whatever. You can still be that, and that is as much man or as much masculine as any of this other crap people see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my thing about it though is there were too few examples of that.
Absolutely.
Al Bundy. The problem with Al Bundy is, to me, now looking at it,
I'll give you somebody else. 'Cause
I'm just saying.
Al Bundy is a very extreme version.
but that was a lot of what I saw for that kind of fun.
But a lot of people didn't peep that Martin was misogynistic too.
Good point.
Martin was very like,
Good point.
I'm a man.
Right.
I'm a man.
This is what a
Gina.
man does.
This is what a man does,
Right.
Gina. Like, you know what I mean? Step.
Right.
Step.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Treating her like that.
A lot of things that he
Let me say to my wife now.
Yeah.
I'm a man, Ash. Step.
Yeah.
You gonna be like,
There will be no more talkative.
There'll be no more Best Man. There'll be no more nothing.
Oh my
Like,
God.
where's
no.
Mac?
Yeah, so it's like a lot of the things that were accepted when we were growing up. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Your
right.
generation, my generation, even the generation that came shortly after me. Like,
Right.
So that would be my sister's generation, like Janelle, my sister
Yeah,
Janelle.
yeah.
So that generation right after that, like that was just the standard. Like there was
Right.
just like this, you were judged by like I said, a certain amount of principles where it's just like you had to be overly aggressive. All males, like you either a punk,
true, man.
You were either
It's
a
true.
punk or you followed these
Right.
criterias to be
Right.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
Well-
sometimes you could kind of float in the middle. And I think I did a good job of floating in the middle of all of that.
That's what I would like to say. I did the same. So
You know,
me and
just
you and
kind
I
of
the
just
same.
like not being this jock walking around the hallway with your football jersey on. You know
Yeah.
how the classic
Oh man! Oh wow!
teen movies, jock walking
But
around.
see, go back to that. Go back to classic teen movies,
Yeah.
right?
You know
Think
what I'm talking about.
Even then, like you said, like
Teen
Teen
Wolf,
Wolf,
all that.
all these things that we grew up on in the 90s.
Marty McFly.
Oh man!
Remember
and he was a bully,
Biff?
right?
Yeah.
Biff.
Yeah.
So all these
Yeah.
things are examples that we saw growing up. So I'm saying it's easy to see
Yeah.
how a lot of these kids got tainted by what they saw on TV.
Right.
Because a lot of times you look at this mess on TV and you're just like, how's you gonna learn?
Right.
I mean, true, your father could teach you, but these are people.
Right.
And people, the way it goes is, same as much as I, try to show my daughter something, she gonna look at TV and get her own idea of what it should
Absolutely.
be for her to be a grown woman,
Absolutely.
in this world.
Absolutely.
So I think less examples, because this is my problem with people right now, man.
Yeah,
we
go ahead.
love comedy too damn much.
Yeah.
We take comedy to mean so much, and we emulate comedy. It's always been like this.
Mm-hmm.
We emulate comedy so much that we react and we carry ourselves in the way of what we see comedians doing.
Right.
And I mean that in a general topic, a general way.
Nah,
I mean,
I know what you
even
mean.
how people like kind of,
I
as much
honestly think even it's go ahead, finish.
well, I was gonna say
finish your
like
thought.
the scene from Bad Boys, right?
Right.
Where the kid shows up at Will Smith, no, at Martin Lawrence's house, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's gonna take out the girl or whatever
Right.
for I guess the prom or whatever.
Yeah.
And the way they doing all that acting to him and all
Yeah.
that prostration and the
Yeah.
guns and all this, and that poor boy, he's just like, man,
I'm just here to
I'm
take,
here to take her out,
man.
you know?
That's it, man.
You gonna
Like,
mess around and make it so that girl can't go out at all?
Yeah.
Gonna have a totally jacked up way of how
just
she
had
understands
to-
men.
you
It's just crazy.
It was just setting that precedent of like, just that overly like instead of just having a brother come in there like my dad did, he would invite the dude in and he would
Yeah,
just
come on
sit
in,
him
man.
down.
Yeah,
on
be
some
respectful to
Godfather.
him.
I think the Godfather movie
Okay.
teaches you a very like deliberate way. It's very deliberate in the way that Don Corleone would just tell people stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this. Look.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
You going out with my daughter, right? Look,
Yeah. She's gonna have a good time.
she's gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a good
Yeah.
time. But there's certain things you're gonna avoid doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Or we're gonna have an issue.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's all you got to say.
You ain't got to be
all
like,
this
hold
click,
up.
clack, patty whack. Good God.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I mean, they had
Like,
a
you know
gun
what?
out on the boy. Look.
I don't even want to go no more.
You know what's so bad?
Yeah.
In that movie, they actually had a gun pointed at their kids. Did they pull a gun out?
He was just
like waving
the
it
kid
around.
was moving.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, it was
and
hilarious.
We were laughing. Dying laughing.
We were laughing.
No, everybody
but
was
I'm just
laughing.
trying to tell y'all
was
that
funny.
was part of the culture
It
and the
was.
time.
It
Now
was.
I don't think you can pull that scene off the same way. And it's not because of sensitivities necessary. I don't like that word so much.
Yeah.
Sensitivity sounds soft. It's just more of awareness.
Yeah.
What you're doing is you're giving the next generation of men is watching. You're giving people this idea that is, if it's funny, sometimes people think that means it's agreeable.
Mm-hmm.
And once it's agreeable, that means, oh, I can do this. I can emulate that behavior.
Right.
And it makes sense. It's fun. It's
Right.
It's funny.
Nah, are you right?
Yeah, you're like,
right.
man, look, that's the and I think that's the problem.
So I don't understand like why they would like
Yeah, the reaction.
the reactions to me were so ridiculous.
Dude. So here's the thing, y'all.
They were like overly like I'm like, how stupid are you? Some of you.
So people are throwing away their raises,
some of them
but
are,
the way they're doing it, but the way they're doing it is they actually they're
It's
doing
like-
a video. This one guy actually went out and bought the razors
yeah, and threw them away.
I said, so dude,
You know,
You just spit
that's
your
the same
money.
thing they used to do with records when they used to be like, "Oh, this is explicit content. They should not be selling this in stores." And all of the people from the churches and everybody would go in the store, buy all of the CDs out
Right.
of the store, and then bring them outside and stomp on them. And like literally, Tupac and everybody be like, "Thank you,
yeah, thank you.
appreciate it."
probably-
Ice Cube, like
you are number one.
you are number
contributor.
one customer, right? Like Jesus.
Yeah,
Doesn't
you don't
make
want to do that.
sense.
Yeah, you got to think about your protests have to make sense. So
There's a lot of illiterate people, Mac.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
It's illiteracy.
Yeah, but if that's the
People don't know what words mean, man. We say it on the show all the time.
man.
Words mean things.
Good
And if you don't understand what words mean, then you're not going to be able to decipher what this message actually is saying.
what this mean? Boom.
Oh, he want my.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? He want my son to be
Yeah,
a punk.
exactly.
Okay? No, that's not what
this
they're
razor
saying.
must have punk juice in it.
Right.
You know what? I don't know. But that's the thing.
It's crazy.
And so they tearing up the razors. The black people going out. Of course, there's a lot of support for it. Let me say this: in 2 weeks, this video has over 27 million views.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Off of this, and I think the ones they had before that. I mean, they didn't break 1 million.
They
didn't break half a
They
million.
don't even care. Don't nobody even care. Like, and this Shaquem Griffin one is positive. You know what I mean? I don't know
Yeah.
if you know who he is.
Who?
He literally plays in the NFL with one arm.
Oh, really?
He's the like pretty like he has one. He doesn't have a whole arm. It's like cut off at the elbow.
Wow.
And he has one. He is he's a phenomenal football player though. You know,
Well, I
don't
mean, they
watch
got
the
a couple
NFL.
of them. This is. Oh, it's
Yeah.
the same one, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same
Okay.
guy. So but it's not at the elbow. It's at he just.
Oh, I see, I see.
You see, it's cut off at the hand. Like so, literally, he's.
Well, they're obviously trying to show. They're trying to show.
Yeah.
Not only masculine, but just things that they can do that are bigger
Positive.
than the brand,
They're
right?
trying to be positive.
Which is nothing
People
wrong with
do
that.
not want positive now. We
Of
don't
course
live in a
not.
positive state right now.
Well, but see, here's okay. Let me
know
hit
what
you with
I'm saying?
this. Now, here's another thing with people saying we live in a cancel culture. So
Yeah.
now people are worried now about the cancel culture, right?
We're
So
gonna cancel Gillette.
they're gonna cancel Gillette,
Oh, okay.
right? So now
All
that
right.
thing is,
Good luck.
You know, forget it. Now I gotta admit, I of course, you and I both are Bevel fans.
I don't know nothing about Gillette.
Yeah, we don't know, but yeah, Bevel is the way. But
Bevel is the way.
But I'm very proud that Gillette has done this, and for those that are struggling with this video and thinking, well, why do they do
I
it? Some people-
encourage you to get hooked on phonics. Okay, but Mac is gonna finish his statement right now. But go ahead.
Damn, Chris. No,
Okay.
you're right. You got a point because honestly, it's hard to look at this and say you should be upset.
Yeah.
It's hard to look at this and say you should feel threatened by Gillette. It's hard to look at this and say anything negative about it. All they did was put out a freaking commercial. It's a razor company.
It's a razor company.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't but so much more you could really do to
It's
show
a razor
we got
company
razors.
that has a conscience, and
That's it.
They're like, hey, some people work there. They probably have daughters. They probably have sisters, aunts, mothers.
Absolutely.
So it's just like, so they're talking about raising the next group of males that will be in our position one day to maybe have a little bit more discernment for
Absolutely.
the things that are going on around us. You know what I'm
Y'all
saying?
see how brilliant? Look how brilliant Overtime is. Overtime said they're raising razors are raising.
Yeah.
The kid. See,
That's some.
Did you catch it?
Rap bars.
Good God.
We gonna take a little break and come back. Y'all ain't know I can spit like
There
that.
it is.
All right.
So we back with Gillette, the best a man can get commercial. We want to break this thing down in some little chunks. When you're thinking about masculinity, let's take it back from the early stages of boyhood. Let's get into marriage and let's talk about fatherhood. I think those three things are how we kind of sum up what it is to be a man.
Yeah.
So real quick, boyhood. One thing I have up here is when they say, of course, in the commercial, boys will be boys, and the double standards that come with that.
Yeah.
What you think?
Boys will be boys is probably the most toxic thing to say because it's like one of the most toxic things to say because it's justification of whatever action that boy does, you know what I'm saying, or whatever that boy was taught. So if that boy was taught to go out and grab a woman's boob without her consent or him just, just being overly masculine in certain situations, this is the dude that it's in the club that doesn't take no. You know what I'm saying? Who just keeps rubbing up against the girl, keeps pushing after she literally says, "Nah, I'm cool." You know what I'm saying? A couple times. This is the dude that just keeps pushing because he feels like, oh, if I'm more aggressive, I'm more women like that. I'm gonna be more aggressive. Maybe she'll come around and maybe she'll shift in whatever. That's the dude that we're usually talking about, like where that line gets crossed, and it's just like, all right, boys will be boys, but that's usually that's the offspring of what that phrasing is. Like literally what happens. You know what I'm saying? And that's an extreme situation, but that can happen. Like because you're literally in your mind, you don't think you're doing anything wrong. Right. Because boys will be boys. They're out there fighting. Like, okay, they're out there doing whatever.
That's excused then, right?
Even from just the little stuff in the yard.
That's in my biology.
You're wrestling with your brother in the yard. You're running around the grass. You're choking them, whatever. They just being boys. But if you had two daughters and they out in the grass, they rolling around choking each other. Get up off your.
What are you doing?
Why don't you act like a lady?
Ooh, there it is. That's true.
And it's just like
that's what we do. But wait a minute. But little Sammy over there right now just got somebody in a headlock. He done passed out.
Literally, I had cousins that had female cousins that had me in in a figure four, and I'm just like, hey, somebody say something.
Yeah, like, girls aren't supposed to be girls.
Girls ain't supposed to be doing this.
This ain't fair. But I can't hit a girl in the face. So what do I do?
Kids used to be like, get off me, mom.
But it's a good point though, because that's the thing. When kids are fighting or whatever, we have to understand this is bigger than just boys being boys or girls don't fight. Yeah, because I will say this, and we all know fighting and being upset and anger, that's a human thing anyway. Now it needs to be in check. It needs to be checked because doing that, you can go up with some unchecked type of aggression or some unchecked type of behavior. One thing I always say on Best Man Made is that boys are born. And when I say that, my whole point is that's the basic part of guys. Yeah. You're born a boy, boom, that's it.
That's it.
But if you're trying to become a man, you gotta get made. You gotta get informed. You need to become aware. Right. And that's why men are made. But the whole thing about it is, boys will be boys. We have to understand that concept, as Chris said, is one of the most toxic out of all of them because we're excusing it.
It is.
Okay. And I think
justifying
it.
The BS.
Okay. And they even show these little boys that are kids, meaning like under 10 or 10. Then they also show these guys who are a little bit older, let's say in their teens and 20s,
because it all progresses,
right? But they're still being like boys.
Yeah, you don't right. You don't, from the rolling around on the grass to getting in middle school to where let's just progression. So you elementary school, you're rolling around on the grass, you're pushing kids on the playground, whatever, and then you get to high school and you're slapping people's book. Not high school, but middle school, you're slapping kids' books out the whatever. You're talking however you want to females. You get to high school, you play sports, you that jock, you walk around the high school like you a demigod or something like that. Everybody's supposed to praise and whatever. And then it just progresses. It stages. Everything has a stage. So if you don't,
so true,
you don't cut that thing at the root. Like literally just lay that foundation properly, which is what they're saying in the statement. I'm gonna keep going back to the statement.
You got to.
That's about laying that foundation, putting that good seed in the ground.
Yeah.
And like nurturing that goddamn seed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Mr. Miyagi, you trimming the tree, making it nice. You got your
hands on it, you massaging the soil. Or
there
whatever,
you go. You got to massage it. Yeah.
When you instill those things from an early age, because it's hard to transition once you've learned something.
Oh, of course.
And you're like,
it's hard to unlearn.
Bruh, unlearn something.
You can't unlearn something. It's hard.
It takes, because when you're in your 20s, you're too conceited and too much ego in place for you to shift.
And they show that. They show that when that one thing I'm gonna tell you. Now, if y'all ain't heard nothing else, this is the one line my wife hates out of all lines that she hears. I remember since we were dating.
Yeah.
If you ever walk up to my wife and say smile, or how come you're not smiling, or you so pretty, you should smile more. You saw how she got when she was down here talking about it. She hates when people say that.
Yeah.
And I've heard my sister say the same thing, because I've heard guys go up there and be like, they say things like that. Why aren't you smiling?
Yeah.
Or you should smile. And she's like, look, you don't know what the hell I'm dealing with. Matter of fact, we just saw what's the girl's name?
What I'm going through today.
Yeah. Smile for who?
Right.
For you?
You smile.
Yeah, right. You smile enough for everybody.
You smile and walk away from me at the same time.
There you go. Right. I'm done. But she said the thing about it is you're almost afraid to say that, because going back, you have to, now you're in a position where you disagree, or I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But these guys are obviously one of these boys mentality people. So if you say I'm not smiling, they're gonna react like a little boy.
And it's sad. Okay,
not like okay, you got a good point there, man.
I'm gonna shoot a little bit of bail to some dudes. Okay, that some of the dudes just don't know what to say. Honestly,
that's true. Okay, maybe. Well,
some dudes. Don't say it to somebody like,
tune in to Best Man Made. I'm gonna give you something better to say, because that right there ain't gonna happen.
You need to tune in to Best Man Made to get some better lines.
Because that ain't gonna happen, man. I'm gonna tell you, my sister Pam.
Some people just don't know. They just walk. I don't know what to say. Okay, and you just say something stupid, like what I'm saying.
Well, think about it.
What?
Lil Duval has a song, "Smile B."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the song. Now Lil Duval, remember, is a comedian.
Yeah,
and a lot of people still can't. Differentiate.
That's a whole nother episode.
Matter
of fact, that is an episode.
That might be one.
That. We're gonna talk about the oversensitivity to comedy. You know what I'm saying? So put that down, because that kills me. Okay.
Yeah.
And this isn't. There are some times when you can be funny about things, and there's some things that just ain't. It's just like, all right, bro. It's just a bunch of stupid people.
Right. People are getting a little bit.
That just don't know.
I agree.
They just can't unlearn the way that they've been raised, to the point where I'm gonna throw my razors in the trash. I'm burning these, throwing them in the fireplace. Okay, no more the Gilette. I seen a dude go in the store and take his hand like a little child and wiped all the Gillette off,
the next generation is watching you, man.
Generation is watching you like a damn child. You 30 years old.
Yeah.
You go in a damn Target and you knock all the Gillette razors off.
Ain't that crazy? And now some other grown man got to go there and pick it up.
He's on the spectrum, Mac. Okay?
Yeah, obviously.
He's definitely on the spectrum.
And the thing about it is they're recording themselves doing this. But so also with that, I want to go and get this one part of Boyhood. The rites of passage. How do you know when you become a man? Now, I know this is a much bigger conversation. But how, and I think this is the problem that a lot of boys and a lot of men fight with. The rites of passage. To become a man, you need to get in a fight. You need to know what it is to be in a fight.
Yeah.
To become a man, you need to go out and have sex with a woman.
Bruh.
To become a man, I'm just being, and y'all know I'm being real.
I think more so than fighting. That's the one that's
sex?
pushed. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You still a virgin?
Yeah. Oh man, you ain't right.
I used to be to be in high school like, oh yeah, like
yeah. I got
and you would be embarrassed.
Yeah, I got started a little bit early.
No, you would literally be embarrassed a little bit.
You would.
And I feel like, honestly, I'm gonna say this. I feel like a lot of the actions that I took, you know what I'm saying, in high school were influenced by that. Like, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, so some of the things that, I might have done in high school, like, because these kids, man, like, they grow up so, like, they grow up faster than we did. Like, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Because there was some stuff going on in my middle school. I was just like, bro, this is ridiculous.
Right.
Like this is.
Brother, look.
Nick, if you wasn't Spalding, I didn't give a
Bro, look. When the House Party came out.
Yeah.
House Party came out. I forget which one it was. It was the one. Ain't that type of
Ain't my type of hype.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That scene where is it Kwame? Is he in that video too? The guy with the
Kwame? You talking about Kid and Play?
Not Kid and Play though. I know Kid and Play.
Okay.
But remember then Kwame? He used to have the rayon,
the polka dot,
rayon. Okay,
yeah.
Guys would have those polka dot rayon suits or whatever, and all that kind of stuff. And I remember the things that were happening in my middle school. I was like, wow.
First of all,
wearing that kind of mess.
You mentioning that movie, and this is what I'm talking about. You mentioning that movie is I think that accelerated my sexuality because I think I saw that movie too early.
I'm telling you.
You saw
that time period,
and you were exposed to
exactly,
things too
and
early.
you're influenced by that to think, well, shoot, I better get out there and get mine.
I need to go. Man, what am I waiting for?
Exactly, and it goes down because doesn't Tisha Campbell? It goes down, all right?
Yeah, I mean, almost. It almost goes.
I thought it went down. I thought at the end it goes down.
Did it?
And she's like, the next day, he said, "Y'all want to go out and get some? They want to go out and get some breakfast or whatever."
No. Oh.
Then he go back in her room or sneak in her. I can't remember. No. It goes down.
See the end of that movie. I remember. This is a tangent. I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna put a tangent alert up here.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
It's gonna blink. Okay, tangent alert. I think the only thing I remember at the end of that movie was literally Robin. What is his name?
Robin Harris. Yeah.
God, oh my God, I'm so bad for that.
It's all good.
He walked in the room and literally beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, at the very end.
He was
right.
Oh, you was what? And he snapped the belt.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're like, man, Robin Harris was hilarious.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't remember them. I remember him having a broke condom. And it didn't work.
True.
And it didn't work. And she was just like, nah, we can't use that. So I don't think it went. I don't remember it going down in part one.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I'm gonna be honest. Let's go back. Let me be even crazier. It ain't just about House Party. Even now, when I have seen certain Disney movies, if you go back and look at certain Disney movies, the thing that makes a boy become a man is he falls in love. And that whole love concept is being connected to sex and marriage.
There's a scene in Aladdin. I'm just going to have everybody find it.
What's the scene?
Now, I'm not going to tell you. No, you just got to find it. See if you can peep it.
Go down?
You could probably Google it and see it. But there's a scene in Aladdin.
It goes down.
Well, it's not goes down, but it's like an innuendo in the
I believe it.
Scene.
Man, look, they be putting on it.
And I'm like, they must have put that there for adults, because I'm like,
they always say they do that kind of stuff.
Like, that's
but
crazy.
I'm still saying that goes into the psyche of kids. Anyway, I'm just saying there is a rites of passage, whether it be fighting, whether it be sex, and all I'm saying is, I think to some degree,
sports.
Oh yeah, sports, absolutely.
Every
muscle,
boy,
facial hair.
This is the thing.
You got a mustache, you're man.
Boy
Becoming a man
exists, now. You supposed to play a sport.
Right.
It's like literally, you play football? You play basketball?
I ain't playing nothing. What? Oh, bruh.
Like you telling them like, I know how you get down, so I can't whatever. But I was more into music, so I DJ'd and stuff in high school, whatever. So like that was my passion. I love music or whatever, more so than playing sports. Like, so I made the basketball team, made varsity. You know what I'm saying? 10th grade, and I quit because I'm like. Because they first of all they practice on I had to be there every single day to practice. I was like I'm good, so I don't need to practice.
Practice.
I was like Allen Iverson, like I can y'all just need me to shoot the ball and I do that fairly decent. So I don't feel like I need to be here. Every day.
Put me in the game.
So I just knew I wasn't gonna be committed to it like that way. And then it's just like literally like for me it was like I'd rather have money in my pocket.
There you go.
So I'm getting $250 to $500 to DJ parties in high school.
My man was about to hustle.
So
I ain't mad at you.
In high school, like, bro, I'm gonna take the DJ gig.
Absolutely, because I didn't make that kind of money.
Practice,
right?
Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway,
hey, girl, he might practice a lot, but I just made $250 last week.
So they expect girls like. They don't expect girls to play sports like back in our day. I'm not talking about now.
Yeah,
absolutely. They was like, oh, so you, what are you cheerleading?
Cheerleading, yeah, ballet.
No, you didn't. Like, I'm serious. I had, I had family members like that would punch you in your damn face.
Look,
for saying that, like literally.
Hey, no.
Are you serious?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog.
I box.
Yeah,
you want to try me?
You want to? What's up? I'm gonna show you this two-piece real quick. Look, I remember my sister not to get well. Let me leave that one alone. It's a little more personal story, but. All I'm saying is you do look at people different for what they do. Let me get into this real quick, Chris, because I know we got a lot to come even with outside of Boyhood.
For sure.
Marriage.
Yeah.
Getting into things with marriage. Because even though, it may not go boyhood, marriage, fatherhood, that's
Yeah.
typically how guys say it goes. But anyway, with marriage, I think there's also a lot of parts to be talking about when it comes to what it is to be a man.
Uh-huh.
One thing I want to point out, because I have to plan it right now, is my brother's bachelor party. My brother's about to get married in October, and I'm planning out his bachelor party. I said, look, bruh, all that other crap you think
That's
a
about-
bachelor party,
Yeah.
we ain't doing none of that.
Yeah.
Because I ain't trying to get arrested.
Yeah, I ain't
trying to lose my wife, and I ain't trying to get you to do the same
Oh,
thing.
you ain't trying to do the hangover.
I ain't trying to do the hangover.
You ain't trying to do
Because
the
the
hangover.
hangover, you wake up. Now we might go out and get some drinks. I got to admit, we probably will. But
we're on this topic.
Yeah,
because
let's do it.
That's another form of that masculinity.
There you go, Chris.
That we are taught.
Absolutely.
Like a bachelor party is supposed
Strippers?
to be this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Strippers
It's
are
like-
always normally in a bachelor party.
Yeah.
Normally. And everybody knows this is true.
Some type of naked female.
Oh, the
usually
the debauchery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
debauchery.
absolutely. It's
Yeah.
going to be that naked females.
Yeah.
Drinking, smoking.
Yeah.
Just chaos.
Yeah.
And typically that goes down what? The night before.
The night before.
And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the biggest mistake you can do
is do that, but the night before.
Don't do it in the night, but don't do it in a week before.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, we're gonna try to do this 3 months ahead of time.
That's perfect.
You got time to recover from whatever, whether it be you just tired.
That's
which
perfect.
now at my age is probably gonna be the case.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be tired.
Yeah.
I don't want to get up. I'm telling you, man, I don't want to go out there the next day and be tired.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. This is the whole thing that men.
Mm-hmm.
In the culture of masculinity, the culture of men,
Yeah.
the bachelor party is supposed to be this chaotic,
Man, it's
crazy time.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be this savage event, I guess, that
True.
this savagery, and you just do
Your last day being a
most-
bachelor. Dog.
You're celebrating the last day being your best. First of all,
Bruh, you
I
already
always say
engaged,
this.
though.
I already say
Yeah.
this. I always say this. If you have to celebrate your last day as being a bachelor, should you really be getting married the next
Bingo.
Like, I mean,
You might want to reconsider this joint.
let me tell you something. I wasn't celebrating shit
Yeah.
about being bachelor or whatever.
Right. You be like, oh, it's
Quote,
done.
Man, look, I was like, I'm off these streets.
Yes.
Okay? Like, I'm cool.
Because these streets don't love you.
No.
And I'll be honest with you.
I'm good.
Most of my single friends I have right now, I talked to one of my homeboys, and he's telling me he's been Mac. The single life ain't all it's been caked up to be. And I said,
ain't never been.
But I said this, but I think, I'm going a little bit on a limb. But I would think that even now,
Yeah.
it's that much harder.
Yeah.
Because I think before,
Oh, man.
your options were what's around you.
Yeah.
Now people looking at their options as if they can really get with somebody on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's really my option. Well, I'm not gonna get involved with no chick around here.
The standards are too high
man,
because
standards are
they
crazy.
see certain things. It's too
And they
much
believe
information.
it.
Too much information can jade. Your
Bingo.
your thoughts on
Yes, sir.
Somebody might be right in front of your face. It's perfect for you, but you watch
It's true.
you watch so much Love and Hip Hop, you watch so much Housewives of this or whatever, and you see relationships around you, and then your idea of what you think you should have
I'm telling you.
goes through the roof, and you're like, I'm not going to settle for less than this, that, and the other, and the third. And it's just like, well, that's great. Well, that motherfucker don't exist.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I guess you just
But
plan
see,
on being single.
Or what you do is you become the lady, and you might see all these different examples of the girl who's tattooed up, who's got the fake butt, who's wearing the Fashion Nova jeans.
So you want all that,
and you become that, or you want that.
Yeah.
If you're the guy, and you're right. And I think that's the problem what we're dealing with. I think in a larger picture, I think Gillette is having you just to check these notions of what manhood is.
Yeah, that's it.
Even with marriage, I'm gonna go into this real quick. The responsibilities of a husband. As a man, one thing that you always taught is, at least one of the things that I'm just saying, generally speaking, it's they never really say don't cheat. Now I'm just saying tip. Now this is the thing. Nowadays, there's been a lot of talk more about examples of people seeing how cheating has gone bad. Yeah, and that sounds crazy to even say, but Jay-Z, Kevin Hart, all these bigger stars, and now you have people that didn't get the prenup signed, so the Bezos story. All these things are what men see as being a husband, and they're not seeing the fact of just enjoying your wife as a partner, like a real partner, as a friend,
right?
As a friend, like you. This is your life friend. This is your life journey. And I know that the Smiths are trying to do that thing when they say now we're no longer husband wife, we are life partners, whatever they say, right?
Right.
And I think that's the problem. We didn't see it like that coming up as kids. We saw it as To be honest, this is a woman I can screw every day.
See, people don't.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's how guys saw it.
We got to be honest about the marriage is just paperwork.
Okay, there you go.
It is. It's literally just paperwork.
Right. It's a legal agreement.
That legal is exactly
it's a legal
what
agreement.
It is.
That's
it's
it.
Like, so at the end of the day, like that ain't gonna sustain no relationship. Ain't no legal. Ain't no piece of paper gonna like if you like bruh, like nothing. I'll tell you a couple things about marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like just in the short time that I've been married or whatever.
Yes, sir.
Nothing changes. Like the same way that we was dating, the same whatever we was dealing with when we was dating is the same things we dealing with right now. And a lot of times people think like, oh, if I get married, then I'm going to open up this way and then I'm going to do this and then I'm going to start doing this. No, the hell you're not. You're going to do the same things that you were doing then. So if you don't solve those problems before it gets to that point, you're not going to be successful within that. So tying that to this, it's like literally if you start, if I would have been teaching my kids to go out here and slap people and be disrespectful to women.
Yeah.
Kayshawn just graduated from high school. Like he would be doing that now. That would be his life.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be the position he's in. So
he's watching. Right.
In marriage, you're taught like, you know what I'm saying, from what I observed of healthy marriages and what I observed of toxic ones, like the biggest component in both of those things was communication. And it was communication and the honesty. You know what I'm saying? The honesty with the communication. Because you can communicate, but you could be falsely communicating.
That's true.
You know
absolutely. I got a representative communicating
I got a representative.
For you.
I
this ain't really me.
I'm not telling you the actual truth.
Right.
So a lot of times with the brothers that are taking and the people that are taking their raises and doing whatever the hell they want with them, being childish with them, are those ones that are misrepresenting like the actual well, they're representing what they were taught, but I feel like they're misinterpreting what the actual overall goal of what Gilette is actually trying to say. You know what I mean? They really just don't understand. That's why I started talking about illiteracy.
Well, that's it. I think I'm being honest. No, you're right.
Yeah.
If they can't read it right, they're gonna struggle with this. But I'm gonna go into that deeper. I'm gonna say this. When you just said nothing has changed since y'all were dating, and then when you married, that's a beautiful thing.
We had to fix the problems before we got to that.
But see, here's the thing. But I think you guys did it a certain way. A lot of times, also with marriage, they're told you're not staying together, or you're not, physically, you're not having sex.
But you know what the thing is about marriage? Like when you've been dating somebody, say you've been dating somebody for like, me and Lee dated for like 6 or something years. I probably got that wrong or whatever. We dated and they like, and then you get married. They're like, well, it's about time. And I used to look at people like, when they say about time for what?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what the hell we was dealing with.
About to go overtime on them.
You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
I'm like, bro.
He just hit your overtime button.
That's overtime. Like,
hold on.
You don't know what.
I wish I would have been there at that moment. Like, hold up, man. This is overtime.
First of all, are you married?
Yeah.
No, that's why.
Normally they not.
You know what I'm saying?
Normally they not.
That's why.
Trump, and
you know what I'm saying?
I hate to say it.
Yeah.
When I got that about time comment, it was always some divorce.
Yeah.
Hate to say this, y'all, but I'm gonna say it because I'm Mac. It was this divorced big woman who nobody wanted to be with. And they're old, right? They always would be the ones racing me to get married. And I always could never figure out why. But you know what they're really trying to say? You're a good catch.
Yeah.
It's about time you make a woman a happy woman by becoming her husband. It's actually a compliment.
Yeah.
But it never comes off that way.
Yeah.
No, you said something really good. And I was going to say this real quick about the whole thing about marriage.
Okay.
Again, I think the fact that what makes a good, happy marriage, when you said nothing has changed, I think that's a beautiful thing because that goes to show that you guys had a open and honest relationship.
Right.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's very hard because a lot of people.
Let me say we worked towards an open and honest relationship.
Well, that's good because
that's
that means
being honest.
And
that's being a truthful one.
That is real because I'm telling you, especially these younger cats, it's hard to be that, or they don't even know how to be that until they are really what they're going to say is stuck with it,
right?
And they're already in it, and then they have to say, okay, wait a minute. You know, when I didn't get mad before because you did this, it was just because I was trying to be, I was trying to be right, or I wanted to, do all this.
Yes.
But see, that's being a lie.
Yeah.
It's ego, not being honest. So I think being honest. I think men. Let me just say this. As of right now, if I haven't said it already, what makes a boy become a man is being responsible, being accountable, being aware, and being respectful. Yeah. Those things right there, I know they sound all positive, but they're not always positive.
Nah.
Because sometimes being accountable, that might lead to some.
Yeah,
it can be.
It can be.
Or that can lead you to being like, look, that's my sister you just messed with. I'm gonna have to show you. I'm accountable for my sister.
Yeah.
I have to deal with you now.
Yeah, right.
as a physical problem.
You gotta see about me.
Yeah, now we got an issue.
Yeah.
Or that's my brother.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's my mama, my dad.
That's
we got a
honest.
problem.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
So they don't always mean, oh, okay, it's not that.
Kumbaya.
Okay? No. Oh, hell no.
No.
Okay. So
but that doesn't mean like that you have to be overly masculine and just be out here on some I'm riding on whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
blah blah
man.
blah. Gang.
Gang. Yeah.
For lack of a better way.
No,
of
it's
saying
true.
it,
It's true.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. But I think that we lose a lot of those examples.
Yeah.
Because of I totally believe, and this is my attack. I guess I'm sorry. I believe comedy. People take it too serious.
Yeah.
And I think they take it for what they believe it to be, and that's it. I think they believe it is. For some odd reason, people are more, especially now, they follow these extremes more than they follow just a person just telling them, hey, man, look, that ain't the way it should be. That the way
Right.
you might want to think about
Right.
that action,
Right. And
whatever.
that's-
So,
this-
that's a problem for me.
Yeah, it's because a lot of people haven't evolved in as adults too. Like the adults are still growing up. Like just
Bro, I still am.
You
I'm in my
still-
40s.
and it's just like
I'm sorry, I'm still having to learn
being
things.
overly sensitive to, because a lot of times what comedians are doing, what good comedians do, I
Yeah.
feel like your Dave Chappelle's, and I'm even
Oh,
going to
yeah.
throw somebody in there, a little wild card in there, who I kind of his comedy is very satirical,
Okay.
and it is very very harsh,
Uh-oh.
but there's a lot of truth, and it makes you think. Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
It's
I gotta
very-
say, I never watched his stand up.
Listen, it's not for everybody.
I hear you.
know what I'm
I hear
saying?
you. Well, neither
You know
was
what I'm saying?
Andrew Dice Clay, which back in the
It's
day people
not
heard.
for everybody, but it makes you
Most
think
comedians.
like,
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be, right?
thought.
Most
Invoke-
comedians, that's what they do.
Sometimes
When they do it
thought
right.
is evoked through, picking at an emotion. Like, somebody, I'm gonna stop saying his name, but somebody did a very good job of igniting a base that felt marginalized. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody did a very good job of igniting a base and helping them believe that, okay, we're being marginalized, and the thing that we hold most dear to us is being snatched away from us.
Right.
And I feel like that's a lot of what's going on with Gillette.
Oh,
They're
wow.
feeling like,
Okay.
like, you're not going to snatch my masculinity away along with all of these other things
So
that
they
are going
fight
on
back
with me.
hard,
So
they
I'm
just-
fighting you tooth and nail
Because
or
they
whatever.
feel like you're
It's
taking
like,
away
bruh,
something bigger than from
yeah,
them,
it's
which
a
is
bigger
weird,
fight.
right?
And it's just like, no, it's not a bigger fight. It's actually about that son that probably is sitting adjacent to you in the same room. It's about teaching him a better way to navigate this world that we
absolutely.
live in.
Absolutely.
And the energy you give is the energy that you're going to get. And I
that's-
don't feel like we're always going to be in this harmony. We're not going. I am a pessimist. I know I will never see it in my damn lifetime.
Damn,
There's going
Chris.
to be no harmonious, everybody on the same page.
Yeah, well, no, we don't want that anyway.
That's not going to happen, because
Yeah,
that's
we
not
don't
the
want
way
that.
energy works.
Yeah, we don't
That's
want
not
that.
the way science works.
Right,
And I lean
right.
towards things that literally are factual based. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? You have
right.
to have negative and the positive.
You do. Yin and yang, right?
Yeah,
you got to be able to
gotta
have
it. You know what I'm
Can't have the
saying?
light without the dark.
So at the end of the damn day, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, you got to have both. So but I do feel like we can get to a point to where maybe like I can understand and I can disagree with whatever you're saying, but I can be like, all right, we're just never gonna come. But that doesn't mean I'm at odds with you. I mean, I don't like you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I'm gonna say this. I say this
true.
about people with them, with them red hats on. It's not that I don't like them people. I just think that like they're misguided. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Yeah.
you may think honestly,
Yeah.
based on like your surroundings, because I can literally go to Baltimore City right now, and I could, you could drive to a very poverty stricken area of that place of Baltimore,
Right.
and talk to somebody in that area, and they probably feel like nobody gives a fuck about them.
right.
So then the same thing, got this from Killer Mike. You flip that, and you can go to a trailer park in Indiana and talk to a Caucasian person
Absolutely.
who feels like nobody gives
And
a
they just alike. Both of those two people are just alike, but totally
the
different.
same
Isn't that
person.
something? And that's something.
And the person that is usually the divider, the person that is separating the two is on neither one. Doesn't care about either one.
And here they are. They don't like each other.
And they don't
thinking that the other one is the problem.
So you create and you ignite this person to fall on your side, and then at some point you got to be like that. That consciousness has to wake up. And I feel like, so tying back into this, it's like we have to, as men, we have to wake up and we have to start teaching our young men,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even the ones coming into this world and the ones existing, that we need to change the way that, or start thinking about the things that we are doing and the actions that we are.
Good point.
And I'm pushing forward.
That's one thing. Forward, they actually did show that. You're right. In the Gillette commercial, Terry Crews, they got a little clip of Terry Crews saying, men need to.
Oh, they got on Terry Crews when he came out talking about he was sexually harassed.
I know, man.
I even laughed.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, everybody laughed.
Because he's
sexually harassed.
Yeah, who did that?
Stop being a punk.
Yeah. But
so even
because we from that era. We from that era. Fair.
That's what it's like. It's like, yo, like you like, man, ain't nobody gonna punk me like that. All right. You know what I'm saying? But then it's just like, okay, but if they do punk you like that, then you have a right to be like, to feel how he felt in that moment.
You know what? That's got to be hard for somebody, Terry Crews, to come out public with that.
Man, it's
because he's in comedy.
Yeah.
And I could just imagine him like, remember that, what was it on Friday? He was like, the Tupac, he loved to, he was like, gangster. Gangster. That scene was hilarious, dog.
First of all, yeah.
That dude.
My God.
And that's all I can think about.
That is a little insensitive now.
Gangster.
Oh my God, so gangster. Look at
like Tupac. Yeah. He just was loving it, man. And I was sitting back like, this dude? Somebody did that to him? It was hilarious.
And you're looking at him, you're like, there's no way. That large, and that's like somebody saying, that's like The Rock coming out, I was sexually accosted.
Right.
And you like, nah, you wasn't.
Dude, come on, chill. You let that happen. Yeah. Because ain't no way.
Like, who?
But again, from what I understand though, that story also adds to, we talk a lot. I mean, you've heard a lot about white privilege.
You see how we just made levity of it.
Of course.
And it's just like, it's so easy to make levity of it.
But I still think it's fine to make a levity of it.
It's like, bro,
it's fine to have levity as long as you understand.
That man really felt not marginalized, but he felt like, oh yeah, I need to say something about this because I was in a position where, there was somebody that was ahead of a studio holding something over my head unless I did something.
Well, look,
so he was trying to empathize with the Me Too and all that.
Oh, absolutely. And this is my thing. I'm not laughing at Terry. Yeah. I'm not laughing at Terry Crews. No. But we're laughing. We're not laughing. Yeah, we're making light and finding the humor, because a lot of times you got to find the humor in anything, right? There's been plenty of times like you fall and get hurt and you laugh about it. Like, man, that is hilarious what I just did. But you hurt
all the way over there, like shoulder and everything.
Yeah, broke. Man, and you're like, man, did you see that? Because it was funny when it happened. But in the reality, you're thinking, man, that's terrible. That's anybody has to deal with the way he did it.
Yeah.
But no, that is actually a good point. That's a really good point, actually, about the whole Terry Crews thing.
Yeah, it is.
Because and I could see why that really was. But that had to be very hard to come out and say, because that even messed him up within Hollywood.
I can't even tell you I would come out, because it's like, because
again, that punk
because
concept,
you're thinking about like,
how they gonna see me now?
This is just how we we're from. So maybe that was a great example of somebody, an OG. Say, you know what I'm saying like, I'm speaking up for myself because this is something that happened.
Something that has right, because he's thinking about the next generation,
and he's thinking about
kudos to him, because I ain't gonna lie, that's got to be hard.
Yeah, it's rough. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, let's get into the one other spot, fatherhood. Do you wanna keep going, or we gotta take a break?
Yeah, let's take a little break.
All right. Yep. Becoming a dad, fatherhood, I think, is another big thing when it comes to what it is to be a man.
This whole conversation, ain't it? Like, in a nutshell, yeah.
In a nutshell, I mean, it's all this stuff, but I think if that's one of the biggest things that they're really trying to hit at the very end, of course, because I think once you become a father, there's a big part of what it is to be a man that is now going to be instilled in your everyday life,
right?
Everyday decision, right?
Right.
Chris could tell you you got 3 boys, right?
Yep.
I got 1 girl. Having sons, when this whole thing is speaking to fathers with sons normally.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak about father having a daughter secondly, but when you see this as a father with 3 sons, how does this register for you? Like, do you?
I mean,
on both sides.
I like things that challenge thought. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like you have to sit back and I thought about like how I actually raised them.
Right.
Not this reactionary, like, you know, oh, they want, you know, I didn't have that type of reaction to it like most people did, but it was just like, okay, so growing up, you know, I mean, there's certain things that I did where I was just like, all right, I'll put them in sports. And, you know, because as a father, that's what I'm going to put them in sports. And, you know, like some of their early gifts, I can remember getting them like boxing gloves and stuff like that. But that's just stuff that I'm into.
But sports are good because sports give you physical conditioning. No matter what. It gets you moving.
But, you know, you just stereotyping your kids before you just like kind of just.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes you can actually watch your child.
Right.
And they will tell you exactly what
sport or
you know,
whatever they want to do.
Because I can tell you right now, like, okay, so I put them all in sports. And I always used to like look at my middle child, like, you know, Cameron. I used to look at Cameron like, man, he is the most unathletic. Like, this dude can't do nothing.
Yeah.
He tripping over his own damn feet.
Yeah.
Like, and you used to be like,
don't put him in
oh
track.
My God, like, are you? It's me.
Yeah,
Because I'm athletic. Because all the two, Bryson jumping over couches at 2. You know what I'm saying?
Gracious,
like literally hurdling couches, doing backflips and stuff like that. Kayshawn,
it's like NBA jams.
Kayshawn naturally athletic. Kayshawn is literally like my first child. My first son is me.
Oh wow,
again.
Man!
It's literally me again. Okay,
that's crazy.
Like it's seriously like me again, and it's like seriously. And then you have the middle one. You just like, I don't know where to place you. Like, I just don't know what you going to... Maybe he'll be a thespian. I don't know. Maybe he'll play an instrument.
Right.
Bruh, he plays varsity football in 9th grade.
Whoa. Didn't see that coming. I was waiting for the comment. That
varsity.
Wow.
Varsity football, 9th grade.
Nice.
He was second team. He was second team this year, varsity football this year.
So how did...
Just
blew up into it.
Got on the football field, and I was just like, oh, because I never thought to put him in football.
Yeah, you're like, nah, this gonna go down.
Nope, somebody gonna hit him. He gonna start crying, and I'm not dealing with all that. So So I started to think about that. I was like, so some of the things that they're talking about in this commercial, I had a small bit of it, like the masculinity thing, like because boys crying, it shouldn't be a bad thing.
Right.
It's just as a dad, you just out there, you better stop all that damn crying.
Right.
Damn punk, man.
Right.
You making me look bad.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
you just like, you go get them off. Like, one time, literally, somebody's playing T-ball, okay?
Yeah.
And you know that ball ain't hard. It's like a little softball. Joint hit him in the rib, and this boy cried like he just got shot with a 50 cal. Okay, like I'm telling you, it was me and his mother were oh my God.
Yeah, like, boy, that didn't hurt.
And even his mother, like, this is the crazy part. Even the mother, like, if you don't stop that,
exactly,
I'm gonna come over there.
But see, but also, like you said, you got to be tough.
Yeah,
you don't want your kid to be the sheep and run around a bunch of wolves.
So
I mean, I get it.
It's like
that too, though.
But it's like, so what this did was I was like, okay, so what's that balance?
Right.
What's that balance of teaching your child to have that courage, to be, that leader, that, you know what I mean, to be responsible, to be a man of your word, to, but not be like too, like
aggressive or
not too aggressive.
Yeah, too rough with it.
It's just that balance. So I saw what I saw in the video.
Too cold.
Because I can read. Okay.
There you go.
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm literate and I can kind of look
helps.
at things.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely does. I'm like, okay, so it started to really challenge the way, like, even some of the things that I said, even up to when I watched the video, I don't say anymore to them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look.
You know what I mean? Some of the phrasing, and I'm not going to repeat them, but just some of the phrasing that I would say to them, like, you know what I mean? It challenges that. So instead of throwing my razors in the trash, in the trash or in the toilet or whatever, and acting like a child, swiping them off the shelves or whatever, I challenged the way that I teach my kids. Okay,
that's a good call.
In situations,
that's a good call.
So it taught me to readjust.
But let me add another layer to this. Let me add one more layer to that.
Yeah.
Coming from a man teaching his boys, but also being honest, Black American man. Black American experience.
Yeah, I didn't know we were doing. Yeah,
no, we don't have to. We don't have to go there yet. That's a whole other. That's a big
that's a
topic.
Dynamic. Yes.
But my point is, you're coming from a culture that has to be tough.
Yeah.
That went through the roughest type of human treatment or inhuman treatment.
Pretty much.
And you're a product of that. So you're bringing that in as well as the masculine vibe. So it might not all be just because a boy is supposed to be like this, or a man's supposed to be like that. It could be like, in this world, we have to be tougher because blah blah blah. Right. So you got that part too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: with having daughters, the one thing I'm having to learn is that double standard. You know, one thing we talked about real quick offline, me and Chris, we were saying, you know, they always say, oh, you got your baby girl? Oh man, you better get them guns. You better stock up.
Yeah.
You know, don't let nobody come and take your girl out or whatever.
Everybody
always
that
tell
has
me that.
girls, like even with yours, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you noticed, but I asked them what sport you gonna play.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's or what do you like to do? Not necessarily pushing you into sports, but I don't just confine you to specific things that they definitely did back when we were younger.
Of course. Oh yeah.
Oh, you dance? You do the ballet?
Right.
Do you?
Right.
No, like you want to play soccer? You want to play basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, you a good height? You know
what
I'm saying? You got big
right.
feet. You can be tall.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can be a center.
Well, that's why I keep telling her.
Like,
and that's the conversation we have with her too. And I mean, my thing about it, I got to admit, she does like dance. She does. I mean, I think we're going to get into some more things. We just, honestly, man, when I found out how much some things cost, I was like, oh, okay. So we're going to get you in there when you turn 5. Because first, you know, you're thinking, okay, man, we can, like, people love to say that. Oh, have them do this. Yeah, but there's a cost with that. So,
there's a cost associated with that.
So right now, we're going to let her just play at home and with other kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I saw her come out with her guitar. She had
so she wants to play. So that's one thing she's going to take is music.
Okay.
She loves music.
Yeah.
Music, dance, but then she loves, we think gymnastics. She wants to flip and all this mess. So
teach them young.
Teach them young. But, you know, we're a little bit worried about the whole height, you know, stunting your height. People say it stunts your height with gymnastics because of the way that they have to build a muscle. I don't know. It's probably just theory, whatever. I don't know. But we'll talk about that. Anyway.
Telling people shut up.
Exactly. Yeah, put my daughter in the gymnastics. Well, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I mean, don't forget, Ashley's my wife, so we're going to make sure it's going to happen. She like, look.
Them people. Yeah. Like, they don't know what they talking about. Yeah.
My wife be like, do what? Say what? Because, you know, she'll cut somebody. But anyway, real quick, but having daughters, I want to say this. The thing that people kept saying to me was, get your gun. Get your gun. Always, when you had a girl.
Yeah.
And about them with these boys, oh, she's cute. You got to keep them guys off.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my homeboy got a boy, got a son.
Yeah.
And his whole thing, people always saying, as soon as he comes around my daughter, oh, look at them. They make a cute couple. What? They not even thinking about that. Why are you thinking about that?
Talking about
and then they think, well, oh, you just get mad because you got a girl. No, man. I mean, just look at what we talking about.
Why are we?
At that time, they were 3. They 3. Don't be trying to. I mean, like, I'm just being real, man.
Chill.
Yeah, like
relax.
really chill.
Okay.
And they're like, or they'll say, oh, I got a son that would just be great for your daughter. And I'm just like, she's 4, and I'm like, what is going on in people's heads? But that's the thing. It's so cute for my son to date your daughter.
Another thing was like, you know, another scenario difference between boys and girls. It's like, so a boy goes to, like, you know, it's his first day of kindergarten, and then what does a dude ask him? What would a dude ask him? Well, how many girlfriends you got?
Oh, yeah. And to have more
How
is
many
good.
girlfriends you got?
And they think it's so funny. I have 5.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
And so the other, you know, to the other side of that, if you know, I mean, well, no boy in there messing with you, huh? Like,
exactly.
It's like totally different.
That's what I'm saying. So you're already creating such static and that thing. But I'm trying to say
the difference between male hoes and the
that's
women.
Right.
Because there are male hoes too. So it's just like, bro, like, okay, I slept with 5, she slept with 5, and if you say,
she
slept with 5 and she's a hoe, then bro, you's a hoe too.
Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Look,
you know what I'm saying?
I gotta make this comment, man. This is like, you know? It's not a. I'm not gonna make it that way, but there's a comment they say about gay men or whatever. But they've actually, if you think about it, they use the same thing when it comes to women. She's a hoe because the guys went in her.
Okay.
Not the other way around. Isn't that crazy?
That's some.
But that's how they think about it.
That's bananas.
And I've heard that comment being made when especially when I've heard this comment. I think it was
the way people justify shit. It's just,
absolutely.
It's
but I've heard people make comments about gay. They say, "Oh, it's not gay if you give it and not that you got it." And I'm like, dude, I mean, you know, so I'm just saying, but that's the way people understand.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to say is this is the mindset of people, men and women.
The poison is in the justification sometimes. Like,
Exactly.
literally, it's like people just justify, like they're just trying to find a way that I can kind of back up my point. So you just you dig.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God! Like,
and that's the toxic. I think that's when
crazy.
even though they we don't really love that term as much, but that's the toxic part of this whole thing. I think.
No, it's not that I don't like that term. It's just the term that's being used. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the buzzword.
It's overly used.
It's the buzzword now, and really, like, I guess it's what we're talking about. So just so everybody knows what we're talking about, it's the word that's everybody's using. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all it is. And it's not that I don't like it. It's just.
Yeah.
Bruh.
When you hear it 4, 5, 10, 20 times, you're just like, man.
It's misogyny.
Yeah. You're right. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's literally like we think that we are supposed to be above somebody instead of being equal to.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's an imbalance of, you said something.
Male privilege
Yeah,
before.
privilege.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We talk about
Which we
white
don't talk about
privilege.
much.
We talk about all
never
kinds
say
of
male
other
privilege, right.
Yeah, male privilege is a real thing. So
Absolutely, man.
it's like,
I could definitely say that's true.
Yeah.
But all these things, I just think when you look at the whole thing in general, the Gillette commercial, for me personally, I thought it was a great commercial. I think it's good for somebody like that to put that on their platform. I think this is a discussion that we need to have. This is the discussion I'm having on Best Man Made anyway. So
I feel like
I love that.
It's a great. It showcases the character of the company to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I go with that.
I feel like a lot of companies now are like being more forthcoming with how they feel about certain things.
Right.
And they're not hiding those things. And the companies that are the ones that are afraid of their bottom line, of being affected. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I commend a company who kind of probably knew, okay, maybe our bottom line will be affected a little bit as far as sales are concerned or whatever. But it's like, what are you willing to sacrifice to kind of, change or just get a message out there? Because first of all, 27 million, that's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And if you know something, okay, this would definitely create some type of viral coverage.
Oh yeah.
And it gets a message across within that viral coverage, I mean, all for it. Like, that's the kind of viral I like, that challenges thought.
And I think that's, I don't know what here's the thing. You don't always have to have a goal. That I guess what I'm trying to say is when I put out a video, I don't put out a video thinking, oh, this is going to go viral.
Oh, no.
I think that, if you put out a video and say, I have something to say.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. I got something to say. Those that hear it, going to hear it. Those that are not going to like it, they're not going to like it anyway.
Right.
So kudos
but
in for doing that.
You need both of them.
You do.
Know what I mean? Because this video wouldn't have gotten as big without the negative.
Absolutely.
I think we talking about negative and positive. If everybody was positive, yes, 27 million people wouldn't have watched it. People
you gotta
watch
have
things because people
the challenge of it.
Yeah, they love challenge.
Love the challenge
they
of
love
it.
the challenge of it. Absolutely.
Very true.
They love to see things that are I guess that cause controversy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We love controversy.
We do.
Prince had an amazing song. You know what I'm saying? Called Controversy. I love that song. And it literally sums up the whole exactly way. Everything. It just sums up, pretty much humanity. Like, we love controversy.
Well, I think controversy is what makes you have to check your core beliefs, your core values, your morals, whatever.
Absolutely.
And I think if you're not really dealing with those on a common basis, then you need to be in a place that makes you do that. Sure. So that's a good call.
For sure. Yeah. Definitely.
Well, man, listen, we got to tie this thing up. I want to mention real quick before we go.
I got a couple things I'm gonna mention, but go ahead.
Okay, I want to mention one thing real quick. bit.ly/Hello Talkative.
Man, for me, please. You know what I'm saying? For my sanity. For my sanity.
Show us some love, Chris.
Nah, I said 100, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I just need to see some growth.
We need to get to 100 quick.
You know what I mean? And I know that's going to require me doing some things within the social media space. I posted my post in like 4 months. Last week, people was like, oh, you still on here? Like, I literally got DMs from like family members and like people that, they was like, oh, we thought you canceled your page again.
Nah.
I said, nah, I got it. I actually have to use it now. I actually have to interface
We're trying to work now,
with you people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to stay out of this, but they brought me back into the matrix. Like,
it's a good call, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's like them blue people on Avatar. I got to get back in there.
Yeah, I'm back in there now.
I'm back in Pandora. Okay.
Well, but that's the place. We got to be in there to let people know. So I'm not mad at you.
Oh, my God. I just want to shout out a couple of new podcast that I found that was kind of like really, really cool.
That's what you told me about.
Hot boxing.
I didn't listen to it yet.
Yeah, he did an interview with Roseanne.
Is he really
Barr.
like hot boxing? Like he's getting high?
Yes.
Oh, Tyson's getting high?
High. Yes.
Tyson gets high like that?
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
I'd be kind of
Tyson
worried.
got high when he fought. They took $300,000 from him back in the day, back in the 90s or something like that. Andrew Gilette fight right before. I'm a historian about this boxing.
There it is. I see.
Right before the Andrew Gilette fight,
wow.
he tested positive for marijuana in his system, and they hit him with a couple of things, sanctions, and they took $300,000 from him.
Dog, look.
So he's so actually Mike Tyson got a bunch of things going on. I'm gonna save that for another episode, but he has a bunch of things. So
hot boxing.
We're gonna talk.
Let's talk about that.
We're gonna talk about that. And maybe I don't know if it's gonna be the next one, but I'm gonna talk to you about it when we close this out.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something that I feel like is going to push an agenda forward, and it'll help us smokers. Okay,
there you go.
Get closer.
That 420's coming. That 420's
get closer
coming
and
up.
closer to just doing what we do, because
Yeah, we can do something for that kind of show, man.
people
We can
out
do something
here
for that money.
slanging alcohol
Absolutely,
like it ain't nothing.
Some of the best alcohol you ever had.
The best alcohol that's gonna tear your kidneys up. Okay?
Yeah.
Gonna raise your sugar level.
As long as you safe about it.
Yeah, as long
be
as you
responsible.
safe about it. Weed ain't never done nothing to nobody except make you hungry and have good thoughts. Okay,
As long as you're responsible with it.
You know what I mean?
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Well, listen. I tell you what. I always enjoy with you guys, man. Out here doing this thing.
Absolutely.
Please get up there. Make sure you subscribe to the new Talkative YouTube channel.
Please.
Now,
bit.ly/Hello Talkative.
You got it.
For my sanity. All right, man.
Whether we talk a little, whether we talk a lot, this has been Talkative.
Holla.